Okay, hello students. We shall continue the concept of current electricity that we have discussed the synopsis concept in the previous class up to the combination of resistors. Okay. Here in this topic, the combination of resistors we came across with series and parallel combination, and now we shall discuss the concept of cell. Okay, so in the cell we have two types. One is primary cell and a second one is secondary cell. The difference in these two is primary cell can't be charged again. Okay, it cannot be charged repeatedly, whereas in the secondary cell it can be charged repeatedly. Okay, the electrodes what we use, and like for example the acid batteries are there, okay, which are used for the inverter purpose. Acid based batteries can be charged repeatedly, whereas the primary cells cannot be charged. Okay, so here the batteries are the voltaic cells, all those examples are the primary cells we have. And here in this cell, whenever we consider the charges which moves through the circuit are considered to be a physical quantity which we called as EMF, electromotive force. Okay, which is nothing but energy given by the cell in the flowing unit positive charge throughout the circuit. That is called as electromotive force, which is usually EMF or represented by E, which is also measured in volt. In the cell also there exists some internal resistance. So even we can define this EMF, E or capital E is equals to like W by Q. So W is work done in flowing the charge, positive charge from one terminal to the another terminal. Okay, that is EMF. And even here we can calculate the terminal PD also, the same thing, that is energy given by the cell in flowing the unit positive charge. Okay, throughout the circuit is EMF, and terminal PD is from the unit positive charge from one point to the another point. Circuit when from one region to the another region also we can say, that is called as terminal PD. And one more important quantity exists here, that is called as internal resistance. Okay, internal resistance, which is the opposition offered by the cell itself for the flow of charges, is called as internal resistance. And this internal resistance will be there for all the batteries, or you can say that cells, where this internal resistance will vary with respect to the different parameters. In that, like internal resistance depends on, first point we can say that whenever we consider any battery, every cell will be having its own EMF along with that internal resistance also. So that the internal resistance depends upon, like some parameters have been designed to see how the internal resistance will vary with those parameters. Okay, so in that first parameter is the internal resistance R will increase, okay, with the increase in the concentration. Increase in concentration. Okay, increase in the concentration of electrolytes. And a second factor, this internal resistance again increases. Okay, it will vary, it means increasing factor I'm telling about. Internal resistance will increases if the distance between, okay, distance between electrolytes increases. Okay, and the third point, so it will decrease, internal resistance will decrease. We can say that decrease in the internal resistance, and these are increase in the internal resistance. Internal resistance okay, decreases with increase in the, okay, R value decreases with the increase in the area of electrolytes dipped in the electrolyte electrodes. We can say that area of electrodes, okay, area of electrodes. With respect to this, the internal resistance of a cell will vary. So first thing that has been discussed is the internal resistance increases. So this one, okay, here we are talking about increase in the internal resistance, that is depends upon the concentration of the electrolytes. Okay, and the second point, internal resistance again depends upon, it means it will increase if the distance between the electrolytes increases, but whereas this R value decreases only in the case if the area of electrodes which are dipped in the electrolytes will decrease. Based on this, the internal resistance will vary. And even whenever the concept of EMF, PD and internal resistance, all the three physical quantities we are using, okay, so usually we mention EMF is equals to terminal PD across external resistance and terminal PD across internal resistance V dash. Hence we can write this is equals to I times of R plus I times of small r, where capital R is external resistance and small r is the internal resistance. Here we can write EMF of the cell as I times of R plus R. Okay, and even this equation, like I can be written as I equals to E divided by R plus R. So with respect to this equation, we can calculate the current in the circuit which have been connected with the cell. But here the external resistance what we consider, okay, so this external resistance may be a single or maybe in the group, because whenever we consider this external resistance in any cell, imagine here we have a cell of certain EMF E and internal resistance R. If it is connected to the external circuit which is having one resistance here, another resistance here, and one more resistance here, and one more resistance is here, okay, so look at this, here the combination is quite all together is external resistance. Okay, this entire thing is external resistance. Hence whenever we calculate the current, okay, through the cell into the circuit, we should consider its external resistance. Internal resistance if it is given, we can substitute. If negligible internal resistance means R value will be 0. Here external resistance is in the group or it may be a single resistance, so that if it is in the group, then grouping of cells combination we have to do, and the final value of R is depends upon all these groups. Okay, like this we can calculate the internal resistance. And even only internal resistance with respect to this equation, okay, with respect to this equation, if only internal resistance is calculated, then we can write R equals to like E divided by V minus 1 times of R. It is the equation to calculate the internal resistance. Or even we can calculate like same EMF is equals to, okay, if the cell is charging state, in case if the cell is under the charging, then EMF value will change as V minus IRV, right? So this is only a special case. Special case is if the cell is under charging. If this is the cell is charging, then the EMF is given in this equation. Okay. So next concept, if such a cells, whatever the cells we have considered, if all the cells we have taken. So in the previous class, I told an example of the remote control. Okay, electronic remote control. Usually in the remote control, two cells we use. Okay, and those two cells, how we connect? One cell is in this form. Here it is positive and here it is negative. Another cell is in this form. Here is positive and here is the negative. Reverse. Because when you remove these two cells, okay, in the remote control it is mentioned like 3 volt is required. So 3 volt batteries are not there. So usually the batteries which we bring, they are of 1.5 volt only. Hence, in this form, the arrangement when you see in the remote control, the arrangement like first cell and second cell we keep. How we do keep the first and second cells is in this form, reverse, attached opposite to each other, which means here negative of first battery and positive of first battery. Now positive of first battery is connected to the negative of second battery. Okay, E1 and A2, or reverse also we can take positive of first battery, negative of first battery. Negative of first battery is connected to positive of second battery. So totally like this circuit we can keep. Two cells we are using and two cells we are connected in this way. So it means in the form of combination. It is not a single cell, it is a combination of cells. Even if you see the old torches at home, the old torches, they use 4 batteries, and all the 4 batteries one after another we keep. Like first battery, on this again second battery, like this it is connected on this one more third battery, it is positive connected, again fourth battery, again positive is connected. So like this the combination we do, 4 batteries we keep one upon another. How this combination is? Look at this, it is positive of first battery and negative of second battery. Now positive of the second battery, like this, again positive of the second battery, again like this, positive of the second battery, again like this. So here positive negative positive negative positive negative, it means all those are in series combination we say. So it means the cells can also be connected in series. Okay, when the cells are connected in series, how the total EMF will be affected if all the cells are connected? For example, if I take first battery, then second battery, then third battery, okay, and likewise if you take n number of cells in the combination or in the group, okay, n number of cells if they are connected in series to a external resistance, it is external resistance, and here all the cells, okay, all the cells if we have same EMF up to n cells, then the equivalent EMF, total EMF of all the cells we can consider as E1 plus E2 plus E3, like this up to En. So equivalent EMF, it means when the cells are connected in series, the total EMF will be added algebraically. So this is the example, first example and second example. What we are doing is we are going adding 1.5 plus 1.5, it is 3. Like this also 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, 1.5. So total EMF is going to be added, and even internal resistance also. R equivalent is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3, so on up to n resistors or n internal resistance of each cell, n number of cells. Like this the internal resistance and EMF in the series combination, they will be added algebraically. Okay, so there internal resistance and EMF, equivalent EMF we can see. And here, or if all the cells are of equal magnitude, then what we can write as E equivalent is equals to n times of E, and all the cells are equal internal resistance, then R equivalent is equals to, that is n times of R we can write. It is for if E is same and R is also same. N number of cells which are connected in series, they have equal EMF and equal internal resistance, then E equivalent is equals to N times of E, R equivalent is equals to N times of R we can write. Now at the same time, if you calculate current, I equals to in the external circuit, what the circuit we have mentioned here. Okay, in the external circuit, if you want to calculate the total EMF is equals to E equivalent divided by external resistance plus R equivalent we can write. And if the cells are of same EMF, then E equivalent is equals to N times of E divided by R plus N into R. It is of external resistance plus internal resistance value we can say. Okay, so of course here it is about the combination of resistors, but sometimes if we write the equation I equals to general equation E divided by capital R plus small r. Imagine if the cell which is considered has zero internal resistance, this value, negligible internal resistance, then I value we can write as E divided by capital R only. So it is, we call it as almost the current value will increase because the total effective resistance will decrease, hence the current will increase. And even sometimes if the R value itself is 0, which means for any cell which has been connected here, if I put this combination, it is an open circuit. Okay, R value we can consider infinity as 0. In that case, the entire concept will change here. I equals to E by R, because when I write E by R equals to 0, then current will, it will change with respect to the R value also. And now look at the same in parallel combination. Okay, parallel combination of cells. The cells are connected in parallel. So combination of cells in parallel is same as that of the series combination of resistors. It means the cells has to be connected to the common terminal. First battery, then next second battery, then next third battery. Like this we can connect n number of cells. All the cells has to be connected to a common terminal. And here an external resistance is applied. Okay, here is the external resistance. So this external resistance, we should calculate the total EMF as well as the total internal resistance also. Here the current flows in this way, in this direction. Imagine if the current flows. Then, and if all the cells are of uh, equal internal resistance and equal EMF, here we should consider n number of cells connected in parallel. Then as we know that in the parallel combination, the equivalent resistance is equals to reciprocal of individual resistance. Okay, like this we can write. Okay, or reciprocal of this is equals to R times of n. It is R equivalent. Hence now I equals to, whenever I write I equals to current with respect to the internal resistance, E divided by capital R plus R by N. So this is about if the cells are in parallel combination. And one more concept we discuss in the parallel combination of the cells, and that is the total effective EMF is not individual E. So usually in the parallel combination, effective EMF E is equals to, if the two cells are there, E1 into R2 plus E2 into R1 divided by R1 plus R2 we do. This is if the cells are in parallel combination, the effective EMF. The example I have given for only two cells. Like this, even equivalent EMF of the cells in the combination can be calculated. And in case if it is the group of, okay, if it is the group of cells in the different combination, okay, in the different combination or we can say that it is a mixed grouping. Mixed grouping of cells. Mixed grouping in the sense it is containing series and as well as parallel combination. For example, here I will mention first cell, second cell, third cell. Okay, so like this, and even again first cell, second cell, third cell. And like this, if the combination continues, first cell, second cell, third cell, and if all they are connected together, now we can see that here we have different grouping for external resistance. Okay, external resistance is R. So in this case, the terminal PD we have to calculate as V across this, and remaining, as we know that all the grouping of cells, it is in the series and as well as parallel we have. Okay, series and as well as parallel. Hence here I can say that E equivalent EMF is equals to N times of E in the first row, because all they are in series. And similarly, R equivalent is equals to, since when the PD is taken, if all the resistors are connected in the series, PD divides, but if it is connected in the parallel, PD remains the same. But here resistance changes. So here n number of resistors are connected in series, it is N times of R divided by M rows. Okay, how many number of rows we have taken? 3 rows, 4 rows, 5 rows, different. So M represents the number of rows, which is including all the resistors, internal resistance of the cells connected in parallel. Then now we can write the current equation with respect to this. I equals to, okay, so N times of EM divided by external resistance plus N into R divided by M, or even we can write I equals to M rows of N into E times, because in each row we have first row, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row, N number of rows we have taken, which is a combination of series combination of the cells. Hence the total current is equals to M times of N into E, and similarly MR plus NR we can write. So final current in the grouping of cells we can say that. Okay, in such case current in the circuit will be maximum, because here so many number of groups we have taken series and parallel together. So current in this circuit will be maximum when the external resistance is equal to the equivalent internal resistance. It means the value of R value, if it is equal to, okay, if it is equal, sorry for the disturbance, just a minute. So when the external resistance is equal to, the condition is R equivalent, then the current is said to be maximum. So that value we can write R is equals to N times of R divided by M. So which implies, okay, so which implies M times of R is equals to N times of R. So number of rows, number of cells we can write. So only at this condition I will be maximum. Okay, when external resistance is equal to the internal resistance, or else we can say even in the case of I is equals to E divided by capital R plus small r, if both are same, internal resistance usually it is small. Okay, when I compare it to the external resistance, internal resistance will be small only. so that always the current will be maximum. Just a minute. Okay. Here grouping of cells also we checked, and now we shall see some different concepts related to the battery. Like usually what we say, the EMF of the battery is not equals to potential many times, because whenever you consider the EMF, the battery will offer the internal resistance. So because of that, the terminal PD may not be equal to EMF many times. In certain cases, like if the cell or the battery, okay, is discharging, if you say discharging in the sense, if the current is drawn from the battery, drawn from cell, then for example an external resistance is there. For that external resistance, here is the cell of EMF E and internal resistance R. And if the I value, the current is drawn from this external resistance, okay, already the cell is charged, or we can say that battery is already charged. From that charge we are discharging, it means current we are drawing. It is just like a mobile battery, we can say that, or inverter battery. Whenever the power will be off, okay, battery will get discharged. So it means current is drawn from the battery to the entire circuit. Then the terminal PD we can write as VA minus VB. So VA VB is nothing but the potential at A and potential at B, which is connected across, like for a external resistance. So which can be given as V is equals to E minus IR. So this equation is true when discharging of the battery takes place across external resistance. So external resistance may be of any form, I repeat. It is not a single resistance, it may be a group of resistors also. So that V is equals to E minus IR we used to write. So it is when the current is drawn from the battery, or when we can say that battery is going to be discharged. And next condition, if the battery or the cell is charging from the other source. If the cell is charging, like imagine here we have a source of charge, and through this source we are charging this cell, okay, of EMF E and internal resistance R. Then during this, the battery itself is getting charged. So in the previous example here, the current is drawn from the battery, but here the current is supplied to the battery. Here small change in the direction of the current, the current is supplied to the battery, which means the battery is getting charged. So that total PD is equals to VA minus VB, which is given by E minus of minus plus I times of R, reverse current. Okay, so that here equation changes than here. E plus IR we are writing. In the third case, okay, if the battery is in an open circuit, for open circuit, like for example if the battery is there with a certain EMF E and internal resistance R, okay, and the current is like this, we don't have any external resistance to be connected, okay. In this case the current value, because we are not connected to any external circuit, so that the current is 0 in this case. When the battery is in the open circuit, current is 0, so that V is equals to like VA minus VB when I write, which is equals to EMF of the cell. Only in the case of open circuit, potentially is equals to its EMF. And one more case is there. Now it is open circuit. If the circuit is shorted, which means instead of the resistance, directly if we connect positive and negative together, which we call it as short circuit, or cell is short circuit. Short circuited cell. Okay, if positive and negative is attached, which means external resistance is 0. If there is no external resistance, then I equals to, we can write as E divided by R. In the previous slide I have shown this one, external resistance is 0, so that I equals to E by R. In such case, V equals to, we can write VA minus VB, which usually like we write E minus IR, which is equals to 0. So potential in the short circuit will be 0 because R equals to 0 when I write, then I minus IR is equals to 0. It is only in the case of short circuit of the cell. Okay. Now, just now we have seen the series combination of the cells. So in the series combination, as we have discussed the equation, okay, in the series combination, the value of I is equals to n times of E divided by R plus n times of small r. Now certain conditions we discuss here. First condition, if capital R is more than combination, it means equivalent internal resistance, then I value is given by n times of E divided by R. Okay, if it is very much larger than this value, external resistance. Okay, in second case, if R is very much less than equivalent EMF, sorry, equivalent internal resistance, then we can write I equals to E divided by R. Okay, usually we don't have such conditions. Okay, so that is if external resistance is very much greater than the internal resistance, to get the maximum current, a cell should be connected in series. Okay, to have maximum value of current when R is very much greater than small r. Okay, in such case, all the cells should be preferred to connect in series combination. Only if you get more current, or if you need more current, all the cells must be connected in series, provided this condition should be satisfied. Okay, and in case of parallel combination, okay, in parallel combination also we have seen net EMF usually is equals to VE only, we write, since potential remains the same, whereas R equivalent will slightly change. Okay, as R by N we write, and total external resistance is nothing but will becomes net external resistance is R divided by R by N plus capital R we write. Hence I equals to, it is E divided by capital R plus R by N. So one condition which we can rewrite again as N times of E divided by R plus N into R also we can write. It is another form of calculating the current if the cells are in parallel combination. Now certain conditions. Again, if small r, that is internal resistance, is very much greater than this value n times of R, then I we can write as n times of E divided by R. Okay, similarly reverse, if R value is very much less than this value, so usually I equals to, we write E divided by capital R only. Okay, so here sometimes usually if the internal resistance is very much less than, or sorry, if internal resistance is greater than the external resistance, okay, to get the maximum current, if R value is greater than this R value, so here condition is quite different. In this example in the series, if the external resistance is more than the internal resistance, all the cells must be connected in series, But if external resistance is very much greater than, sorry, internal resistance is very much greater than the external resistance, and if we need maximum current, okay, if the maximum value of current, then it is preferred to connect the cells in parallel. So very important information here. If external resistance is more than the internal sorry, I repeat, if the internal resistance is more than the external resistance, the cells should be connected in parallel to get maximum value of current. At the same time, if external resistance is more than the internal resistance, the cells are connected to be in series to get the maximum current. So that in both the cases we are calculating the maximum current, but conditions are different. In parallel also we get maximum current, okay, in parallel also we get maximum current provided external resistance should be greater than the internal resistance, okay, and in the series also we get the maximum current provided external resistance should be greater than the internal resistance, okay. And now before this, like series and parallel separately, if it is group of cells, okay, if it is a mixed group of cells, okay, if it is mixed grouping of cells, then also we discussed the value of current I equals to, because it is a series combination as well as parallel combination we had, so that it is n times of E divided by n into R divided by m rows plus external resistance, which can be written as n times of E divided by nr plus mr, okay. So n represents number of cells, m represents number of rows. Repeat, n represents number of cells and m represents number of rows. Or else let, if m into n is equals to n, okay, the total number of cells in the group of cells in this mixed grouping of cells, m into n, like for example, one cell, two cell, three cell, again one cell, two cell, three cell, again first, again second, again third. So 3 in one row, 3 in second row, 3 in third row. When you do this, it is 3 plus 3 plus 3, it will be 9. Hence it is better to calculate 3 times of 3 is equals to 9. So it means it is to calculate total number of cells in the combination, that is mixed grouping of cells we can say, okay. In such case, one more again I can write the equation for current, which is equals to n into EMF divided by internal resistance plus n times of R divided by n. So as same equation, okay, because n means m into n, so that these two get cancelled, n and again m into R only. M into n we have taken as n, so that in place of m into n, capital N, nr as it is, plus mr we have written as n times of R divided by n, so that it will cancel. And now if I to be maximum, if you want, this value should be maximum, okay, maximum value of current. If you do, then definitely with respect to the value of I, di divided by dn, if you rewrite all those things, okay, should be 0. This is the condition. In the grouping of cells, maximum value of current is di by dn should be 0. Now for this equation, if we differentiate, so usually it will get n square R plus n times of R, when you differentiate that above equation, into n into E, okay, divided by uh, not divided, still one more differentiation I should do, minus of n into E into 2 times of nr divided by n square r plus n into r whole square. So here nr minus n square r is equals to 0. Hence r we can write as n square r divided by n, which can be written as n square r divided by m into n. So which in turns n get cancelled, nr divided by m we get. So which implies mr is equals to nr. Okay, this is very important information. Here mr is equals to nr. nr is nothing but equivalent internal resistance. mr is total resistance which has been connected externally, or we can rewrite the same as r equals to nr divided by m, that is external resistance value. Okay, in case if external resistance is equals to net internal resistance, okay, current in the circuit, okay, current in the external resistance is maximum. I write that value here. If condition is external resistance R value is equals to internal resistance in the grouping of cells I am talking about. In the grouping of cells, internal resistance, current in the I value I in external resistance will be maximum, which is given by I is equals to N into E divided by 2R, or else I equals to M times of E divided by 2R. Why this condition is applied here? This is the reason. Okay, MR is equals to NR. So because of that, either I can be written as ME divided by 2R, or I is equals to NE divided by 2R we can write. So this is about the grouping of cells. Okay, in the series also we came across when the current is maximum, in the parallel also when the current is maximum, in the mixed group of cells the current maximum current conditions we have seen. I repeat, in the series combination of the cells the current is maximum, okay, if external resistance is more than the equivalent internal resistance, then current is maximum. In other words, if any number of cells taken to connect to any external circuit, it has been observed that if external resistance is more, okay, then the equivalent internal resistance, then it is preferred to connect all the cells in series combination. And in the case of parallel combination, to get the maximum current, okay, it is observed that if external internal resistance is more than the external resistance, same cells or other part of the cells if we consider, if any different values of the cells if we take, and in that case if the external resistance is internal resistance is more than that of the external resistance, or we can say that if the external resistance is less than the equivalent internal resistance, okay, so in that case cells to be connected in parallel. It is preferred to get maximum current only if we connected in parallel combination. Condition is this external resistance should be more than the internal resistance, or vice versa. If the external resistance is less than the internal resistance, then it is preferred to connect them in parallel. But in case of grouping of cells, mixed group of cells, parallel and as well as series combination, then condition is this one. Okay, all these conditions has to be followed to have the mixed group of cells. So now with respect to this, one more concept we shall discuss. The next one is Kirchhoff's laws. Okay, Kirchhoff's laws of electrical network. And two laws you know that, one is KCL and another one is KVL, current law and voltage law. Okay, or we can say that junction rule and loop rule. It is also called as junction rule and it is also called as loop rule. Okay, junction and loop rules are there. So as per the junction rule, as per the KCL, current at any junction in the sense, if more than two resistors are meeting at the same point, that is called as junction. Here it is O is a junction. Okay, if more than two currents are meeting, if the more than two conductors are meeting, that is called as the junction. And to apply the KCL, some parameters has been mentioned, and those parameters are: if the current is entering in the junction, should be taken as positive; if the current is leaving the junction, should be taken as negative. Okay, this is simple rule applicable for the KCL. As per the Kirchhoff, it is given junction rule, and in that junction rule, sum of currents at the junction is zero. Simple technique it is. Sum of current at the junction is zero. Junction in the sense where more than two conductors will meet. At that point, total current is zero. Why this total current will be zero? Because from the junction, maybe like all the currents are entering, again they are leaving somewhat in the different part of the circuit, so that no current will be stored at the junction, because current cannot be stored. Hence, net current is equals to zero. Or else we can say that, like, it is I1, it is I2, it is I3, it is I4, and it is I5. So as per the rule, the currents which are entering the junction should be taken positive. Like for example, I1 is entering, it is positive, whereas I2 is leaving, it is minus. Then I3 is also leaving, it is also minus. I4 is entering the junction, it is plus. And I5 is also entering the junction, it is also plus. Sum of the currents at the junction is 0. Or else, the same sentence we can remodify as: the currents which are entering one side will take I1 plus I4 plus I5 is equals to I2 plus I3. So these two, the currents which are leaving, we have taken on the other side. So that current entering the junction is equals to current leaving the junction. Net current it is, irrespective of the value of I1, I2, I3, I4, I whatever it may be. Okay. So irrespective of all those values, the current entering the junction is equals to current leaving the junction. That is, KCL has been explained, a loop rule we can say. Okay, so in this case, again, sign conventions for the next KVL. When you say, when I write KVL, loop rule. So in this loop rule, it is given sum of, algebraic sum of product of current and resistance is equals to sum of EMFs in the loop. So this is about KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law, or else we can say that it is a loop rule. Or else we can say sum of potential difference in the loop is equals to 0. This is also a loop rule, and this is also the loop rule. In the different forms we can give. It is in the form of EMF, it is in the form of potential difference. Suppose if the battery, if it is connected to any external circuit in this regard, okay, okay, current is traveling in this way. Okay, it is positive, and same equation, circuit, if I say positive and negative circuit, okay, direction of traverse is in this way, it is minus. Direction of traverse it is I am talking about. How we can calculate the current in the mesh, and even with the respect to the resistance also. If this is the resistance, if the current in the resistance is entering, so total product of current and resistance, like we can say that minus IR. Okay, whereas the direction of traverse is this way, and resistance is this one, and of course the current is entering, but direction of traverse, okay, same, but current direction is different. In this case it is plus IR we can say. Okay, so like this the KVL rules are there, sign conventions we can say. Okay, this is about the KVL and KCL. And the last concept is applications of Kirchhoff's law, that is Wheatstone network is there. Wheatstone bridge, we have the two arms side by side like this, and a galvanometer is connected in between. It is, we can say that application of KCL and KVL, Kirchhoff's laws, and it is a battery. Here like P, Q, R, S. The current direction is this one, total current is this one. Again the current divides in the branches, current in the galvanometer as Ig, remaining current goes, and net current will flow to the S, and finally we get the same current. And here also we have discussed it, that is P by Q is equals to R by S. Condition is provided Ig is equals to 0. Current through the galvanometer must be 0. Then only this balancing condition of Wheatstone network can be preferred. That is P by Q is equals to R by S. And this Wheatstone bridge has an application which is taken in the meter bridge. Okay, which is taken in the meter bridge. In the meter bridge also we have one resistance over here. Okay, which is connected to the meter bridge, and one more resistance here which is to be varied, that is X value has to be connected and S value is there, and a 1 meter length wire will be there, a galvanometer is connected in the between. Okay, here pointer, so from this point to this point it is L, remaining is like 1 minus L we take, because total length is 100 centimeter, 100 centimeter wire is there. So here also using the meter base, applying this Wheatstone concept principle, we can calculate the unknown value of resistance which is connected in the meter base, which is equals to X is equals to SL divided by 100 minus L or 1 minus L. 100 minus L is in the centimeter and 1 minus L is in the meter. Okay, so like this we can calculate unknown resistance also. And one more application is there, that is potentiometer. Okay, the potentiometer we have the applications like for comparing EMFs of the cells, calculating the value of EMF, and also to calculate the internal resistance. Usually whenever we compare the EMF, it is preferred EMF is directly proportional to the length, hence E1 by E2 is equals to L1 by L2 we consider, and even internal resistance also can be calculated. So based on all this, like applications also, we'll have some questions, okay, in the next session. Okay, thank you.